NSFW, people who work in the adult film industry. What is the weirdest / creepiest / nastiest thing you've seen or experienced while working? My husband used to work on set of filming. One thing that horrified him was seeing how dirty / messy it'd get. So many times they'd have to stop filming to clean up poop. And since scenes would often take hours, the smell would get awful. Especially during the summertime. Oh God. I was an adult actor in the mid-90s. We were often in the San Fernando Valley, in summer, in an un-air-conditioned warehouse. Let's just say it sometimes got ripe. Is that how you learned butt? Girls that deep throat tend to vomit a lot of the time. Can confirm from experience. It's all about the angle you do it at. What is the best angle? You know, for science. I had a neighbor who used to be a camera guy for an old production company. He said that when anal sex started making its way into straight videos, nobody knew about cleaning up before a scene. Apparently one actor randomly starts screaming in the middle of a scene, removes himself from the actress, runs over to a trash can, and proceeded to pee poop. He and his co-workers affectionately referred to it as poop noodle. Edit, yay. Gold. You know, I knew clicking on this post was risky. You're going to regret this, I thought to myself. And here we are. I blame myself. Anyone else heard John Ronson's The Butterfly Effect about the porn industry? There's a whole story in there about a porn star whose teenage son found her stuff online and all his friends were passing it around at school. That's a worst nightmare right there. The answer is always poop. Yes dude, but the details. Without naming names, my mom's best friend in high school got into porn. She was pretty famous for being able to deep throat John Holmes' monster schlong. She said that she had to coat her throat with Vaseline to do the deep throat stuff. It also made her puke a lot during scenes and that they would bring her a bucket. She had a upchuck bucket for when the deep dick diving was too intense. How does one coat the inside of their throat with Vaseline? Curious about logistics here. I worked for a big 90s porn star in 2005 and the first time she told me to bring her to set, carry her bags and kiss her goodbye, just to show everyone a male presence. We drive to the industrial side of East LA and she knocks and a big garage door opens, unveiling a posh red rug with a Harley and a girl bent over the Harley with a yoked out dude behind her. The director finished telling them the scene as I walked in. The girl walks toward me absent-mindedly and farts, letting out an almost orgasmic sound. The guy walks the other way and kisses his boyfriend and says classic gay lisp, "Oh God, I don't know if I can do this shit." Disbelief shattered, all magic lost. I'm a sheltered NOOB, what's yoked out mean? My time to shine. Once I saw a tapeworm come out of her ass. I noped out. The second time was roundworm wrapped around a dude's dick. Thanks. Now I'm thinking about it all over again. Did the worm have a tiny top hat and a monocle? Hello my baby. Hello my honey. Hello my ragtime gal. I was an adult actor in the mid-90s. This wasn't me, but a buddy of mine. He was on a boat for a film shoot. He was also high on mushrooms. The director asked him if he would fuck a midget. He didn't want to, so he told the director an absurdly high price. The director met that price. But there he was, tripping balls and balls deep in a little person, and somehow, I never found out how, the boat began to sink. They ended up getting rescued by the Coast Guard. I think this may have scarred him. It did make the news, but I tried googling it and came up with nothing. Anything before 2000 seems to be prehistory. Deeper. Director, probably. What the actual fuck is happening right now? Dudes tripping on mushrooms, fucking a midget on a sinking boat, probably. There was as an instance involving diarrhea, it was not part of the show. There was, corn. Not part of your show maybe. Actual mother-daughter. Mia Malkova's mother went to her first scene to supervise. Wonder if anyone's tried to cast her and her brother together. Just for fun. NSFW obviously https://xhms.pro/videos/pornstar gives ABJ while mom watches full video 4018294. Not in the film industry, but I do run a kink club. Nothing excessively weird happens that I will witness on my way around, but the utter smell of people in the orgy rooms. I cannot stress how bad the smell is. Imagine the smell of sweaty ballsack X100. It definitely gets overwhelming if you get hit by it. How do you clean those rooms though? Specially designed rooms and beds/other equipment that can either be disinfected and wiped down with baby wipes, or disposable sheets. My dad used to work in the back of a studio and would ship the cassette tapes. One time he heard a director get mad because one of the actors got a boob job between filming and hated the inconsistent scenes. Very legit reason to get mad. The creepiest thing is seeing how high out of their minds some of these girls are. Some of them are so fucking high they can barely stand up straight. Really makes you think about what the hell you're doing. I get really sad when I click on a porno and then it's super obvious the chick is just fucked up out of her mind. Kills the mood and I just sit there feeling bad for her. That's how I feel about Kimmy Granger. Watch her earlier stuff and she looks healthy and buxom. Watch her newer stuff and she looks fucked up. Definitely addicted to some drugs. I've done a couple cam shows before. Weirdest was a guy who took me on private while he was smoking meth, wearing nipple clamps, and jerking off. He wanted me to control how long he held his hits for, and supposedly his husband was sleeping and unaware what he was up to. I actually didn't even do or show much myself and probably made about $50 off having him there for 10 to 15 minutes. She sprayed whipped cream out of her ass. Dated a girl who did amateur porn and cam girl work. Weirdest thing was how much more people would pay for anything involving assholes. Liking paying up to double what they would for regular. Yeah, like why would anyone pay more to add you to the shot? They like that GAYSHIT. I'm an erotica photographer. I've seen a lot of things but nothing that bad. My first photo shoot ever was to a girl dressed as a baby. She used a massive dildo and a pacifier. Another one started her period and I had to tell her because she didn't realize. That was in my house. I had to clean after. I had to tell a girl she forgot to take off her tampon. That was awkward. Another masturbated furiously with rose petals and it was so violent I got nervous. I'm really new to this, so these are the things that make me really uncomfortable. I'm a lesbian woman, but let me tell you something, I'm really tired of looking at vaginas. Thanks to the internet, I'm officially bored with sex. Philip J. Fry. A friend of mine used to do cam work and had a regular who would pay her upwards of $600 a session to 1. Tie her hair up in pigtails with orange ribbon 2. Cover the room in orange balloons 3. Wear orange lingerie 4. Squeeze oranges over her boobs. Yep. $600. That was a horny Dutchman. I just imagine the Flying Dutchman's captain's quarters, a small screen, a black-beard sort of pirate wanking it quietly as he stares at an orange room. Weirdest laugh of the day, lol. I don't have personal experience, but I've heard adult film stars talking about how sometimes girls use sponges instead of tampons so that they can have sex while on their period, but they'll forget they're in there. They talked about how after a week or so it will start to smell like a rotting corpse, and these girls, who genuinely have forgotten about the sponges, don't know why. Edit, just to clarify, I am a girl myself and I know this is very similar to forgetting a tampon or a menstrual cup, but what made it remind me of gross porn situations is the idea of using a makeup sponge instead of traditional methods so that you can still film sex without showing blood/tampons. Then unfortunately forgetting it's in there and showing up on a different set to film a sex scene days later with it still in there and smelling horrible, unlike other methods that don't really smell and are usually remembered later. Also, here is the video, https://u2.b/x.a5j62s. You want toxic shock syndrome? Because that's how you get toxic shock syndrome. Can't you die from TSS? A girl I was on a photo shoot with for a big name gentleman's magazine rhymes with Cussler. She was doing a spread eagle photo and we saw brown stuff leaking out of her. She came back from the bathroom and she found a Jurassic tampon or sponge she had shoved up there and forgotten about for months. I have many other stories, but this one stuck with me. Good news I guess is I got a 5-page spread, pun intended, lol. I quit the industry years ago, but I'll always have this magazine to gross out people when I'm old. People have died from that. https://n.wikipedia.org/wiki/toxic_shock_syndrome. I clicked on this, can't stop reading, even though I'm really grossed out and want to stop reading. I'm eating chicken wings at Dubs while reading this thread, yet feel nothing. Is there something wrong with me? You're not eating spicy enough wings. I'm going to leave out names for obvious reasons, but I saw a well-known male porn star miss a facial and instead of cleaning it up with a towel he licked his own semen off of the floor. So he reloaded? Come again? You can check out If Fucked to see all the horrifying things in porn. I will never check that out. Thank you for informing me. I have, and it's about as bad as you think. Some of it's funny, some of it makes me want to go to church. I don't work in porn, but a buddy I have used to work camera for them, and the grossest thing was specialty porn. Evidently it does not smell good when an actor that clearly hasn't showered in a while then has literal shit mixed in. I mean, it seems a bit redundant to shower before the scat porn. Really, it's just building up a protective layer of filth. I've heard a story about rectal prolapse. Would not want to be there for that. There's a whole subsection of porn for that, my dude. Friend of mine did a handful of adult movies. She worked for one of the bigger companies in Germany at the time, and said that immigrant porn stars and foreign Eastern European porn stars were treated like absolute dirt. And I'm talking really disgustingly bad. They always had a buffet area way off to the side because the shoots often took 10+ hours a day, and when there were no German female actresses in that shoot, the guys, often dick for hire or free dick, would jizz in slash on the buffet and piss on some of it as well. Sad part is, they always rehired those guys or used them again because either cheap or free. One time, according to her, they also just beat the shit out of a girl that refused to do anal. These are the stories that fascinate me. As hot as some of the women are in European porn, I can only imagine how shitty they are treated or how many of them are trafficked. It's sad but interesting. I remember I had a German girlfriend and she refused to watch porn because she knew how bad people were treated in it. I knew a guy that did gay for pay. He was offered $2,000 to take it like a man, so to speak. He was kinda broke, so he went for it, but he didn't prep properly, despite being told numerous times to douche and all that. His words, "I did it, then hot brown lava came out. Please prep properly." I don't understand why some guys just think they can shove their dick in an asshole without preparing for it first. I've had a guy do that to me once. It was not fun. Guy here. A buddy of mine told me how his GF loved anal, but he didn't like it. I was surprised, because guys generally like women who will let you go downtown in the brown, so to speak. I asked him why he disliked it. He told me he didn't like it because it's almost impossible to not get shit everywhere. He had no idea that you could do things to prevent a shit explosion. It blew my mind that neither he nor she knew this. Was a paramedic in the late 90s. Went to this part of town that's all strip clubs. Always drinks touching the girls, then get fucked up for it. Anyway, we'd see all the hidden spots. The champagne room, the sticky floors are not from champagne, but most sad was the makeup room the girls get ready in. Meth pipes and needles everywhere next to pictures of their kids. Piles of sweaty dollar bills. Bulk packs of unloved condoms. Vomit stains around the toilets from bulimia. Many are lesbians that have to give the manager a daily blow just to work. They live a sad life.